It was outstanding, efficient, great stuff from the get-go, using that fastball in different spots and mixing up breaking balls and his splitter. He's been great up against them the whole season, and that was good to see tonight.
We'll go to Chris and then way back.
Alex, Holt's cycle was the first in postseason history. What's your reaction to kind of that historic feat?
And great. He's been swinging the bat well for a while now. We felt the matchup was good for him tonight, although he was 0 for whatever coming into the game against Severino. He's been able to catch up with fastballs and hit it the other way, breaking balls and pull it with power. He's a good player. Last year was a tough one for him as far as being healthy and the whole thing that went on with him. But, when healthy, he can help you out, and tonight was a great night for him.
You actually said he might hit you were looking for a slider that he could hit to right field, and he ended up doing that.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you guys a few weeks ago, play the Powerball tomorrow, and hopefully I can get it.
Pete, right here.
Alex, one lineup change you had to make because Mitch was hurt, but the other three you had a choice. I mean, how much did those three guys you think help lead to what happened tonight?
No, Rafi, in the first at bat, very disciplined, staying with the pitches and putting a good swing. Then he gets a good jump on a 3-2 count. He's still second. With Brock, we know what he can do. It was just a matter of, to use him out there in the right matchup, and Christian, he was outstanding behind the plate. He did a good job with Nate, with Heater, and Eddie. Put the ball in play with man at third and 2 outs. He gets a infield hit, and then the hit and run. That was beautiful. That was a great job staying on the pitch, going the other way, and kind of like, I think that play kind of like got us going as far as like the beginning. It's something we've been doing the whole season, and he got a fastball, went the other way, and after that we took off. You were sitting here yesterday. Somebody asked you what you expected of Eovaldi, and you said 7 innings, 2 hits, and 1 run. So was it close enough, or? Yeah, it was. We trust the guy. That his stuff is that good. His fastball, 99, 100, the cutter, 94, 95, the split. And one thing with him, it really doesn't matter, like this stage, you guys saw it. It was unbelievable, before the game and the first few innings. And he was just been Nate, pitching in Tampa or pitching in Fenway or pitching here in Yankee Stadium. His stuff is good, and it's just about executing, throwing strikes, and letting the defense do the job.
And to your right, Alex.
Alex, being with Houston last year and coming to New York and the ALCS, did you take any lessons with you from Houston to Boston about playing in New York, or imparting any kind of wisdom on the team in the playoffs in New York?
No, well, I knew it was going to be loud. That's something I told them a few days ago. Regardless of the rivalry and how many times we play them, is a different vibe in the playoffs, and it was. I mean, from the introductions to the first pitch to whatever, it was alive. This place is great. And you just got to stay in the moment. Just don't get too overhyped, because we're playing the Yankees and it's loud, and just keep it simple. Win every pitch, and tonight we did.
Take a couple more. Ryan, on your right.
Alex, I know your team has passed a lot of tests throughout a very successful regular season, but do you learn anything on a night like tonight after what happened in Game 2 to have this kind of performance in Game 3?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people got caught up in Game 2, but it was a 3-1 game in the 6th inning, so just one good swing with Gary late in the game, and all of a sudden it's 6-2, I think it was. But we show up every day. That's the thing about this team, and it's boring, and people kind of like don't like it, but we show up, we prepare, we play, we turn the page, and we've been doing it the whole season, and we'll do it tonight, and tomorrow we'll show up and be prepared and play again.
Got 4 more teed up, starting with Johnny.
Alex, can you look ahead to tomorrow with CC against Presero, and how tough will it be to close it out here?
It was tough today coming here, 1-1. The only thing we know is that, you know, if we don't win tomorrow, we have a game 5. That's the only thing we gained today. But we got a chance to come here and put a good game and see what happens. You know, I know they trust Cece. We trust Rick. You know, veteran guys that they've done it for a few years. It should be fun.
I'll stay in the back with Chris.
Is Pierce okay?
Yeah. It was just a matter of keeping him off his feet and putting Ian to play defense and Brock at first base.
Take 2 last ones. Natalie?
Alex, hablando del ambiente aquí, ¿no? ¿Cuánta confianza les da a ustedes haber podido venir aquí, tener un triunfo como lo tuvieron y estar ahora a una victoria de avanzar?
No, pero nosotros siempre tenemos confianza y sabemos que podemos ganar en cualquier escenario. Yankee Stadium es uno de esos estadios que es histórico, a pesar de que es nuevo, pero la franquicia y la historia del equipo es algo que lo hace sumamente especial, pero nada cambia. Al final hay que jugar de la manera que correcta y hoy lo hicimos por 9 entradas, así que mañana vendremos con el chance de ganar la serie y lo vamos a hacer de la misma manera que hoy, salir a jugar duro y ver lo que sucede.
One last one? Nothing else? We'll finish up with Scott in the back here.
How impressed were you with the team, especially in the beginning of the game, with the noise and everything and what you went through last year with the Astros? Did you end up saying anything to certain guys before it started?
No, I mentioned it to them when they played the A's. We had a team dinner and to talk about the regular season and what was coming for the playoffs, and I let them know that it's a different vibe here. You know, this place is amazing. You know, it's alive, and the fans, they get into it from the get-go. But I think from pitch 1, we let them know that we were here. You know, although it was a fly ball to center field, but it was a different approach by the leadoff hitter. You know, he hasn't swinging a first pitch in a while, and he crushed that ball. It didn't go out, but it kind of like let him know that, hey, you know, we're here, we're gonna be fine, and it was a great game.
I felt like our offense were able to get score some runs early, which made it easier for me to pitch. I felt like my fastball command and my cutter were really effective tonight, and you know, I was just trying to use their aggressiveness against them and trying to get some quick outs.
When Alex was in here, he was saying the way you pitched, it was almost, you know, whether you were like you were pitching in Tampa Bay or pitching in Fenway Park, you didn't let the atmosphere of the crowd affect you. How is it that you're able to do that in a situation like this?
I don't know. It was tough. Warming up before the game, the crowd was pretty relentless down there in the bullpen area. I think once you get going and you get that first pitch out of the way, you're able to settle down, and it's just another game. And you go out there and you try and attack the hitters, and I was effective, I felt like, from the first pitch on, and we were able to get some quick outs and, you know, get back to the dugout.
To your right, guys.
Nathan, given how tumultuous your last few years in baseball have been, how big is tonight for you? What were your emotions going into it, and obviously coming out of the game, knowing the work that you did?
Yeah, I mean, it was a special moment for me. I don't think it's really quite settled in yet. To be able to pitch the way I did, and then, you know, for us to score as many runs as we did, and it was a big game for us tonight. We needed to win this one going into tomorrow, and, you know, hopefully we'll be able to clinch here tomorrow and move on to the next round.
On the back corner, Johnny.
Brock, can you talk about your game today? And is this a dream come true for you, Brock?
Yeah, this one I'll remember for a long time, Johnny. Obviously, you don't go into the game, you know, expecting to, you know, make history or do anything like that, but let alone score, you know, 16 runs against, you know, a good New York Yankee team. So it was a good night overall for everyone, and like I said, you know, this is one I'll remember for a long time, and hopefully we can carry this over into tomorrow.
Right up front here, Barry.
Brock, following that up, I'm assuming when you went up in the ninth against Romine that you knew you needed a home run for the cycle, and what was your mindset? What were you trying to do? And then when did you find out that it was the first one in postseason history after you got it?
Well, obviously, yeah, I knew I needed a home run. I saw Romine was on the mound, so you get a little antsy when a position player's on the mound. And I told everyone, get me up. I need a home run for a cycle. I was going to try to hit a home run. I figured I'd ground out to first, be out in front of something, but I scooted up in the box a little bit, and I was going to be swinging at anything and try to hook anything. And obviously you don't expect to hit a home run, but I was trying to hit a home run. That's probably the first time I ever tried to do that. And rounding the bases, seeing everybody going nuts in the dugout was a pretty cool moment for me. And like I said, tonight's this is something I'll remember for a long, long time.
And when did you find out that it was the first one in history in the postseason?
Post-game interview. Yeah, Lauren told me in the post-game interview. So, didn't know that. So, I mean, that's pretty special. So, to do it, here at Yankee Stadium, and like I said, special night, and a good night all around for the Red Sox. So, hopefully we can carry this over.
Against the right wall, Billy.
Yeah, Nathan, even though you've pitched here before, and even though fans here are rooting against you tonight instead of for you, was there any comfort just that you got from, being here, pitching here for quite a while?
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed pitching here. I feel like that's just baseball. Having the crowds, it's a fun baseball atmosphere. When you come here, the crowd's going to be against you. I try to turn it around and try and keep them out of it as much as possible. I know that if I, maybe give a free base or give up a couple hits in a row, that the crowd's going to get back into it, and I don't want that to happen to get those guys going over on the other side. Try to make it like a game within itself, and try and get the guys out as fast as possible and keep the crowd out of the game.
And just your familiarity with some of the guys in the Yankee clubhouse from being a teammate of theirs, does that in any way help you when you're pitching against them?
No, I don't think so. I still got to go out there. I still have to execute my pitches and try and get the guys out. I've had the recent success against those guys, so I mean that helps. I didn't have to change up my game plan too much, but again, I still have to go out there and execute all my pitches and stick to the game plan.
In the second row, Tim.
For Brock, with all that you've been through the last couple of years, what does a night like this mean to you?
I mean, like I said, it's a night that I'll remember for a long, long time. Well, yeah, I mean, the last 2 years is part of my story now, and I feel like I'm a good baseball player when healthy and when right and given an opportunity. So, you try to stay ready in the position I'm in. You try to stay ready, and whenever your name's called, you try to do what you can to help the team. And I was able to do that tonight. And I mean, like I said, our offense 1 through 9 was pretty good tonight. I mean, good at bats, all the way through the game, and obviously Nate throwing 7 innings, one run, and kind of setting the tone for us, and putting up zeros when we score, and our pitchers go out and put up zeros. It keeps the momentum on our side, and he was able to do that tonight, and it was fun for everyone.
To your left, guys, Tom.
Andrew, when you look at the track record of just this season alone of how these teams have really beaten each other up, does that help you close the door on a night like tonight even quicker, understanding that the pendulum could swing so quickly the other way?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think, honestly, before this series, like, it seems like every game we've played, it's been a huge deficit, or a blowout, like you said. But, yeah, we're going to try, to take this into tomorrow. It's over. We've enjoyed it. Now we can focus on tomorrow and get after it.
Jeff in the middle.
Brock, how and when did you find out that you were going to be playing today, and how have you stayed sharp without regular at-bats recently?
I found out last night. AC, sent me a text and said I'm playing somewhere tomorrow. He said either first base or second base. So I knew I was going to be in here, and I don't have very good numbers against Severino. So I sent him a text. I said, "Are you sure?" AC does a good job of letting the guys that don't play every day, letting us know when we're playing, so we can kind of mentally prepare in that way, and that makes a huge difference, knowing that you're going to be in the game. So, so he told me last night, and show up, get ready to go, and we had a good night.
To your right, guys, Anthony.
For Andrew or Nathan, how much buzz was there when Brock comes up in the final inning there, and just kind of overall, what has he meant to you guys as a team this year?
No, I mean, usually when stuff like that's going on, you don't really talk about it. Everybody knows, but they don't talk about it. But Brock's going around like, "Get me up! I need a homer." So he wasn't shy about it, and everybody was rooting for him. And I mean, Kinsler put a good at bat together, I guess. Yeah, he worked the walk, and got Brock up there, and he did what he did. And I mean, I think if you ask anybody on our team, Brock does a lot more than people see, and he's a great teammate, and he'll do anything for you. So I think everybody in our clubhouse is glad that he's on our side.
Ryan up front on your right.
Andrew, first time through against Severino, what were your impressions of his stuff, and did it seem like you guys would be able to get to him tonight?
Like the first time through the order?
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, the crowd was into it that first inning, and I don't even remember what happened. But I think once everybody saw him, and I mean, we faced these guys so many times this year, and it's kind of that cat and mouse game back and forth. But we knew what our game plan was and what we were trying to do, and we were able to go up there and get him out of the game pretty early.
In the back, Scott.
For Brock and for Andrew, looking forward to tomorrow. What's it like to face CC Sabathia?
It's tough. Everything moves. He doesn't throw a straight ball, and he throws that big slider. So, we'll have to break down some video, I guess, and see if we can find anything. And but we're gonna stick with the same approach and try to put good at bats together and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't have very many at bats against him. I mean, he throws with his left arm. I normally don't get in on those games. But no, he's been doing it for a long time and been really, really good. So I think if you ask anyone over there that they want him on the mound. So we got to get ready for him, and we'll see what happens.
A few last ones. We'll get the mic over here.
Brock, I'm sorry if you answered this already. I got here a little bit late, but two questions. One, I saw you going through your cell phone in the locker room. A lot of messages, I imagine. And secondly, has it sunk in yet? First guy in I don't know how many postseason playoff games there have been to hit for the cycle. Has that sunk in yet?
Yeah, a lot of text messages. Probably not going to get back to everyone. And I had to take my watch off because it keeps dinging while Nate's trying to answer his questions. I'm trying to be a good teammate over here, but it's like I said, really special night. I don't think it's sank in. I mean, whenever you say first player ever, to do something, I mean that's crazy to even think about. But a lot of text messages, really good night for me, and I'm glad that my wife and little boy were here to watch it. So I can't wait to get to them and give them a big hug.
Pete, in the second row.
Andrew, the double to right field that kind of opened up the game for you guys there. What kind of take me through that at bat there?
Yeah, he had just walked Mookie on 4 pitches, and he threw the first pitch was a ball, and I mean at that point you pretty much can bank on if it's going to be a fastball, it's going to be something to hit, and I fouled it off, and after that, I think I swung at the next pitch and out of the zone, and I was trying to stay short and just put the ball in play and hopefully get some of the outfield and at least get one run in. And I hooked it down the right field line and was fortunate enough to keep it fair.
I think a few last ones, Stephanie.
Brock, after you double checked that you were supposed to be in the lineup, did Alex tell you why he went with you?
No, he didn't tell me why. I mean, I figured I'd get in there eventually. I didn't play the first 2 games and mix things up. I played quite a bit, throughout the season. Didn't sit for too long. too many days in a row. So I figured I'd get plugged in there somewhere at some point. So he told me I was playing, and like I said, it really helps. It really helps us get ready mentally and just be able to prepare. Like if you're playing, you can better prepare yourself to be ready that day. So he's done a great job with that all year, letting us know, and it's no different now.
The two last very quick ones, Daniel.
In Spanish, how do you feel to hit to the cycle? ¿Cómo tú te sientes conectar para el ciclo?
I'm glad you said that in English first, because I wouldn't have understood it. No, it feels great. To be able to do it on this stage and at this stadium, in the postseason is pretty special. But I wouldn't have been able to do it, if 1 through 9 our guys didn't put together the at bats that they put together and gave me an opportunity to get up that many times. And like I said, it was a pretty special night for me, but a pretty special night for all of us, Nate and the whole offense. So pretty fun.
We'll finish up with Johnny before these guys get to the bus.
Andrew and Brock, can you talk about Pastime and what will it take for Rick to close it out tomorrow or tonight or today? I don't know what time is it.
Today. Yeah, I mean Rick's he's a bulldog. He'll go out there and compete. He doesn't care what situation he's thrown in. I mean, you saw the other night he came in the 8th inning, and he just wants to win, and we're confident in him. He goes out there and he attacks, and he's going to take it right to him, and hopefully we can put up a good number of runs tomorrow and get out here with a win.
Yeah, Porsche will be ready. I mean, he's been good for us all year. And I don't know. I mean, you could put any of our guys out there, but for him, like Andrew said, he's a bulldog. He throws strikes, he pounds the zone, and he like he said, he wants to win. And I think he obviously he'll be ready for tomorrow, and we're lucky to have him on the mound. That's for sure.